It's a modern-day David versus Goliath story. The billion-dollar Epic Games picks a fight with the trillion-dollar Google and comes out with a decisive legal victory. But the prize is not money. It's much bigger than that, and could dramatically change the mobile app development landscape as we know it. It is
Okay. Setting a few things up. Good morning.
December 12, 2023, and you're watching the Code Report. Programmers make for terrible lawyers, and I'm a programmer, but luckily I have a lawyer friend who helped me analyze.
What's this? We gotta watch this. Give me a sec. Be right back. Okay. Set up a few things here. Okay. Profile. Making some weird design decisions on my code. Interesting. Okay, let's watch the cover part.
This case. So Epic Games makes video games you may have heard of like Fortnite, in addition to the Unreal game engine. Now, on the Google Play Store, apps that have over $1 million in revenue are required to pay a 30% cut for any in-app purchases. Simply put, Epic Games thinks these fees are exorbitant and unfair. It believes Google holds an illegal monopoly with the Play Store and Google Play billing. What's interesting though is that Android is an open source platform based on Linux, and there are alternative app stores out there where you can distribute Android apps without Google, although the vast majority of consumers use the Play Store. In addition, it's not illegal to have a monopoly. Like, you can't be penalized just for building a good product and being successful. However, a monopoly becomes illegal when you exploit the market, either through price discrimination, exclusive dealings, or tying contracts. Now, Epic Games has also been fighting a similar battle with the Apple App Store, but it mostly lost that case, and that ruling was recently held up after they appealed.
I didn't hear no bell.
But yesterday, Epic Games won a unanimous decision where the jury said that Google engages in anti-competitive behavior. Google will appeal, but why did Apple win and Google lose? Well, that's where things get interesting. Apple has an entirely closed-off system, a walled garden where iOS is not open source, and they don't allow alternative app stores for iOS devices. You can think of Apple phones and the App Store as all part of the same product, and developers have nowhere else to go. Everybody has to think different in the exact same way. Now, that feels more unfair compared to Google's ecosystem, where the operating system is open source, there are multiple app stores out there, and Google even has an alternative in-app purchases program, although it's currently just a pilot program. Now, in Apple's case, developers have nowhere to go, but in Google's case, they need to convince developers that the Google Play Store is their best option. One thing we learned about in the case is Project Hug.
Give me a hug.
No way.
Come here.
I'm not coming over there.
Let's go.
Forget it.
A project where Google offered game developers tens of millions of dollars, and even offered Epic Games $147 million to launch Fortnite on Google Play. The thing is though, these payments didn't block a developer from launching on another platform, as long as they launched on Google Play the same day. So it doesn't really look like they're trying to block other app stores, except there's also these internal documents, like this one where a Play Store executive brags about how they got Riot Games, creator of League of Legends, to stop development on its own app store. Game developers are absolute cash cows for the app stores, and the company bragged internally about how it's one of the most profitable businesses in the world. But these cash cows can't be milked if they take their games to their own platforms. As a small-time developer, it's important to understand that the top 1% gets treated differently. Companies like Spotify can bypass app store fees, and Netflix was offered a 10% cut. In addition, Google had agreements with Chinese OEMs to give manufacturers a cut of Play Store fees to prevent them from pre-installing other app stores. And for all these reasons, the jury decided that Google did a big no-no. I guess the lesson to be learned here is that if you want to dominate tech, build a fully closed-off system like Apple, and don't try to build an open system like Google, where you need secret deals to dominate it. Now, the next step is for Epic and Google to get back together in January to remedy the lawsuit. Epic doesn't want money though, it wants fundamental changes to the way the app stores work, which is likely good news for all the mobile developers out there. But this is all one guy's fault, Tim Sweeney. At one point, Google even considered taking a large stake in Epic Games, but then decided against it once they found out that Tim Sweeney was the controlling shareholder, because he's a bit of an outlier gigachad as far as tech billionaires go. And the fact that he had the balls to go up against big tech and actually won, ironically embodies this quote from Steve Jobs: "The ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." This has been the Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Reality of CS majors.
So the reality for most of us studying computer science is that we're not genius influencers studying at Harvard. The biggest influence on your degree is where you study. Some countries have a 3, 4, or even 5-year degree. In your first year, you'll have Intro to Computer Science, which is where you learn programming fundamentals. This is normally taught in Python or Java, but sometimes even in C or Lisp. This class is more of a weeder, to get rid of the people that chose their degree off TikTok. You'll learn a lot of basic programming skills, like variables, loops, and functions, and do common coding problems. Depending on where you study, you're gonna have to keep your student loan financed MacBook in your backpack, because you may have to write your programming assignments on pen and paper, showing how awesome our current education system is. Another class is Intro to Programming Paradigms, like functional or object-oriented, which are just outdated styles of programming, because real production level code is spaghetti React. And that's all the coding for your first year, because the rest of it is filled with math classes and unrelated mandatory science or engineering electives. That's because becoming a software engineer from a CS degree is kind of like becoming a chef from a chemistry degree. If you've made it this far into your degree without switching to a business major or starting an OnlyFans account, your second year will be an intro to other CS topics, like Intro to Computer Systems, which is about how computers work from the software to the hardware level, or Introduction to Computational Logic, or more famously, Algorithms and Data Structures, which is a class about drawing drawing circles and lines, playing Where's Waldo with Big O complexity, and maybe writing a little bit of code. At this point in your college career, you can forget about things like sleep, partying, friends, or mental and physical health, and get used to listening to the soothing voice of Abdul Bari while chugging Red Bull and eating mee goreng. The math also
Ew.
gets harder. Depending on your specialization, you'll have to do discrete math, statistics, calculus, and algebra, and they'll definitely come in handy at your day job. While you're spending 40 to 60 hours on your university degree, and potentially working a part-time job, you're also going to need to build projects with technology employers actually use, as well as grinding LeetCode problems to actually get the job, only for your inbox to be filled with these. Now, if you've made it this far to your degree without getting a therapist, you'll notice the classes start getting emptier, and the kid with the Arch Linux ThinkPad is officially working at Google. You'll also start forgetting your fundamentals from the lack of sleep, and your only social interaction being with this guy. Now, while you're grinding your unpaid internship and failing the online HackerRank assessments from no-name companies, your computer science classes start throwing you into the deeper end of the swimming pool. You'll now do more big boy coding, like creating compilers for your own programming language, introduction to cryptography, which is just more math disguised as programming. You might also be building a graphics engine, and learning all this makes using C# at your real job so much more easy. While juggling deep computing theory, you'll have to stay on top of your electives as well, which can be anything from downright useless to just painful, depending on what you choose to study. In your final year, you'll be doing more hands-on work, like building a project for an actual company on behalf of the university. These are normally called capstone projects. And if you haven't had an internship so far, this will give you the greatest experience for real-life software engineering, like completely useless teammates that disappear for the year, or working unpaid overtime for supervisors that don't care, and delivering a half-baked, barely working product. You can also go down the research route and dive deeper into machine learning, cryptography, or computer vision. But let's face it, you studied computer science for life after university, which is watching other people get into FANG, spending all your time stressing out over not getting a job, while being the most overqualified burger flipper. Now, if this video doesn't stop you from getting a CS degree, nor does the thousands of dollars of debt, and you genuinely enjoy programming and are fascinated by computing, good luck, you're on your own. Now, a word from our sponsor, Brilliant.org. Brilliant is an app and website that makes it easy to learn fundamental concepts in math and science. Brilliant uses a goal-driven learning approach that is completely tailored for you. It's also designed for busy people. Lessons are concise and intuitive while packing great fundamental concepts. If I'm on the train and I want to do something productive, I can just open up Brilliant and have a quick lesson on astrophysics. Brilliant also offers multiple methods of reinforcement learning, such as quizzes, puzzles, and experiments, so these fundamental concepts get deeply ingrained. Don't believe me? You can get started with Brilliant for free for 30 days, and the first 200 people to sign up with my link get 20% off. That's Brilliant.org. Please check them out, and thank you so much to Brilliant for sponsoring this video, and thank you for your time. I am Big Box.
How does this work? The tables. How does it know how to combine the tables? Prisma, when you want to include related records from another table in your query, you can do so by specifying a table in the include block of your query using the format related table named true. You know how to combine the tables based on the relationships you define in the Prisma schema. Here's a bit more detail. When you make a query, you want to include data from a related table, you use the include property in your query. Prisma will then internally join the necessary tables based on the relationships defined in your schema. How Prisma understands the relationships, uses the information in your schema file to understand how tables are related. When you specify include related name true, Prisma looks at the schema, identifies the correct form key of the instruction, performs necessary SQL joins to retrieve the related data. Eager loading. There's the main records and its related data on the query as opposed to lazy loading where you would first fetch the main record and then issue additional queries to fetch related data as needed. Okay. I guess that makes sense. AI relation is rotten to the core. Why? How is that video an hour long? Articles and Vim. The prime time. Prime is live now? Oh man. Nine months with GPT. Can I fire my devs now? I want to watch a video about Gemini.
Make no mistake, Google got obliterated by Microsoft's blitzkrieg attack in the great AI war of 2023. GPT-4 captured the zeitgeist of the artificial intelligence age we just entered, and things got so bad for Google that people unironically started using Bing. But the war is just getting started, and just yesterday, Google unleashed its highly anticipated Gemini model that beats GPT-4 on nearly every benchmark. It is December 7th, 2023, and you're watching The Code Report. Gemini first became known to the public earlier this year at Google I/O when Sundar explained it like this.
We've been applying AI to make AI rigorously tested AI with AI.
Gemini is a multimodal large language model that will replace Lambda and Palm 2. Like GPT-4, it's multimodal, which means it's not only trained on text, but also sound, images, and video. Google's demo is absolutely insane. It can recognize what's going on in a video feed and respond in real time. Like this guy draws a duck, then the AI tells him it's a duck.
It is a duck.
Like, holy fuck. And it can do that in multiple languages.
鸭子
What's really crazy though is that it can keep track of things in an ongoing video feed. Like
Dang.
it plays the game of find the ball under the cup, and even after the cups are scrambled up, it still knows where the ball is. And it can even do connect the dots, which makes my 5-year-old obsolete. It also does multimodal outputs, like it can generate images on the fly like Stable Diffusion, and can even generate music based on a prompt. And not just text to audio, but image to audio.
How about some 80s hair metal?
It's an anything-to-anything model. It's also good at logic and spatial reasoning. Using these two pictures, it's able to tell you which car will go faster based on the aerodynamics of the vehicle. In the future, a civil engineer will be able to just take a picture of some land, then the AI can instantly generate some blueprints for a bridge. So software engineers aren't the only type of engineers becoming obsolete. Although I do of course have some more bad news for programmers. Google also unveiled AlphaCode 2, which performs better than 90% of competitive programmers. And we're talking about programmers solving highly complex abstract problems like you might find on Codeforce's competitions. Like any good programmer, AlphaCode 2 can break down problems into smaller problems using techniques like dynamic programming. Now, all these demos look really amazing at first glance, but is this all just a marketing sleight of hand from Google? Well, currently Gemini comes in 3 sizes: tall, grande, and venti. The smallest version is designed to be embedded on devices like Android phones, while the Pro version is your more general purpose model, while Ultra is like the Magnum XL of the Gemini family and the one that's blowing everybody's minds. If you're in the United States, you can actually use Gemini right now in the Bard chatbot. However, it's using Gemini Pro, the mid-range version. Bard is way better than it was 6 months ago, and it's still extremely fast, but after using it for a few minutes, it's pretty obvious that it's not quite as good as GPT-4 Pro. But GPT-4 is nervous about Gemini Ultra. When I asked about it, it started throwing mad shade at itself, and then before it finished, Sam Altman pulled the plug, giving me this network error. When it comes to benchmarks, Gemini Pro underperforms GPT-4 in most situations, but Gemini Ultra outperforms it on almost every single category. Most notably, it's the first model ever to outperform human experts on massive multitask language understanding, which is typically a multiple choice test over a wide array of subjects, kind of like the SATs but for AI. What's hella surprising though is that Gemini Ultra underperforms GPT-4 on the HelloSwag benchmark. It's designed to evaluate common sense natural language by having the AI finish a sentence that's often vague and ambiguous. For example, a man watches a Fireship video and afterwards feels blank. It's a job that's really easy for humans to do and a very important benchmark benchmark because when an AI can't do this well, it doesn't feel very human-like. In GPT-4, I can write a vague prompt filled with typos, and somehow it almost always seems to know what I'm talking about. The fact that GPT-4 is doing swag is hella concerning to say the least. But another interesting thing to know from the technical paper is how they train this beast. They use their newly unveiled version 5 tensor processing units, which are deployed in superpods of 4096 chips. Each superpod has a dedicated optical switch which allows data to transfer quickly between the pods to train in parallel. Then they can dynamically reconfigure into 3D torus topologies. In other words, they can shapeshift into donuts to reduce the latency between chips. And the scale of Gemini Ultra is so large that they had to communicate between multiple data centers. The paper also describes the training dataset, which basically includes everything you can find on the internet, including web pages and YouTube videos, as well as scientific papers and books. They filter it for quality, then use reinforcement learning through human feedback to fine-tune the quality and avoid hallucinations. Overall, Gemini looks amazing on paper, but prepare to be disappointed. The Nano and Pro models will be available on Google Cloud on December 13th, but the Gemini Ultra Pro Max won't be available until next year until additional safety tests are done, and it reaches 100% on the HelloWoke benchmark. This has been the Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Okay. I gotta fix some code up over here, so I'm just gonna play some music, fix the code up. Let's go and fix some music. Visual playlist, Xtronic, Z-Pound. Alright, sounds good. Oh damn, that was loud. All right, what do we got? I think I need to turn this into an int. Parts int. Okay. User data.id. Okay. And no more errors. Okay, let's see. Twitch ID. This is supposed to be no more errors or Twitch ID. This is supposed to be. Why do I hear myself? Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. So I guess this is supposed to be a number. Sounds good. So we got the errors fixed. Oh my gosh, we got tons more errors. Okay, Twitch profile. Safe parse? I don't know what that is. Let's see. Twitch profile. Okay. Twitch profile. I renamed everything, so it's complaining about all the things I renamed. I like redesigned the database. Get a whole new redesign going on. Oh, it started working. Okay. No more errors. Time to commit. Redesigned the database. Bam. Okay. So now I just have to test it by monitoring the database. Okay. Oh, there is one thing I want to do, which is inside the join channel RPC. I want to make a DB call to save that my bot is online. I'm trying to check that the chatbot is online in the database now, so I don't have to turn it on every time I restart the server. So that should be a huge time saver, because when the server starts up, it thinks the bot is offline because we lost all our memories. So I'm trying to use the database more. Okay, where would it be? Twitch bot right here. Oh my gosh, there's more errors. I thought that was, how is it compiling? I don't get it. Online does not exist in type. Stats with update. The expected type comes from property update, which is declared on here. Okay, let's just go ahead. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. This is supposed to be Twitch ID. That's supposed to be a number. Still an error. Funny how it compiled though. Okay. Maybe I don't know how to use Upsert. Upsert stats record. Looks like I gotta export this, but this match between the properties kind of using an object literal and the expected type of that object. Specifically, you're trying to use a property named online in an update operation. Oh, snaps. This is the wrong table. This is supposed to be TwitchBot. Whoops. There we go. More errors here. This is a number. Looks good. This is supposed to be a number also. Number. This looks good. Sure. Okay, let's just do fix a few more DB errors. All right. Now, what do we look like? Error getting access token from database. Let's just try to log in then. Wait, how am I logged in? Finish checking logged in. Oh, it's because I have a session cookie. I'm in my database. Let me query the tables. 0. Zero rows. Look at the stats. Yep. Okay, everything is empty. That's good. That's what I want. There's an error in Twitch services. Which line? Okay, I'm just going to close everything. Don't save. Twitch service line 37. Let's see what's going on. Whoa, there's not this one. Twitch bot service. Twitch bot service. Here we go. Nope, not that one. It's just Twitch service. I don't even have a Twitch services. Oh, this is the front end. I'm dumb. Okay. Twitch service. Line 37. Error getting status code. Okay. You know what? How did it pass? Finish checking logged in. How did this pass the validation? I don't get it. That is a bug. It says I'm logged in, but I shouldn't be logged in. So I have to go to the logged in code. This is check logged in. Yeah. This one. Okay. I wonder what. It just says logged in is true. Status 200. I should look at the logs. That's a good idea. Let's try again. TMI ready states open. Did it insert into the account table? I don't have anything in here yet. What is this? Payment instructions. Wheel completion. Everyone wants you to pay for everything. Move this a little bit lower. There we go. For some reason, it's not giving me an error. Error getting access token, right? Get access token by username. Why am I doing that? Hold up. That should be deleted. Oh, hold up. Okay. Init TMI client result updated. I should probably refactor that at some point. To do a refactor to use the Twitch ID instead of username. What I am curious about is a check logged in. I'm getting no logs for this. So I wonder. So this is session expired, started new session. Login success. Okay, that should give us a little more info on what's happening. It didn't go into either of those. Finish checking if logged in. Let me go back to the front end. This is navbar. Whoop. Navbar line 27. Data. Right. Tech logged in. Okay. I should be getting a message along with whatever this front end sends. Hold up. What's happening? Is it possible that it's a cache or something? I don't think so. I'm not caching anything. Logged in true. Seems all wrong. Oh! That makes sense. I just realized I was on the wrong website. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, everything crashed. Whoa, holy schmacks. Okay. Go over here, show you guys what I'm debugging. This is a website. Invalid value provided, expected unprovided string. No, that's a number. What's it saying? That is definitely a number. Get account with Twitch ID. Where is this happening? Let's see. Oh, okay, hold up. I see. Oh, that's any. That shouldn't be any. Okay. User data. What should the user data look like? I should have a type for that somewhere. User data. Let me see. There it is. Twitch user data. This is supposed to be I'm just gonna do a parse int. Here we go. Go to admin. Login false looks good. Failed precondition, error getting joint channels. Yeah. Okay, I'm expecting all that. Let me try login. Sign in. Login success. And let me look at my cookies. All right. Let me look at the database. Make sure everything's updated. Okay. And we have a refresh token that expires on the 18th. Expires tonight. That's pretty soon. I wonder what that feels updating. Okay. I need to like add a bugs in here. First note. Bug. Look at what the expire field is doing in the database. Okay. Twitch profile looks good. Let's go to the Twitch bot, nothing. That's nothing. Okay, that's pretty much what I expect so far. Where's my admin page? Huh. I'm missing a column here. My secret admin column. Let me check. Oh, but I better get going. Okay, well, I'm gonna wrap the stream up here then. Cheers, guys. Cheers, my friends. I'll see you guys later.